Hey, Mike, great to be with you. How are you guys today?
Really good, and you got a bird's eye view of a lot of this. I guess I got to start off with Tiger 3 over 75, probably outside of the projected cut, and a lot of people were wondering, is the nightmare year for him continuing? Was he as bad as the score kind of indicates?
Well, 75 is probably right around par for Tiger. If you think about all these scores he's been shooting, Tiger, of course, a little bit ago said that it was his putting today let him down. He said it was one of the worst putting rounds he can remember having. But the ball striking wasn't that great. Still only had this fairway. So it did find 12 of 18 greens, but for the most part, a lot of those greens he wasn't really that close to the hole, and it just continues, Mike. I mean, I think we touched on a little bit from St. Andrews. The Tiger you and a lot of people love, he's just not coming back. He's going to be 40 in December, and the days of winning 7, 8, 9 times in a year and multiple majors in a year, it's in my mind it's just pure fantasy. Here's a guy who now last 5 rounds of majors. This is Tiger Woods we're talking about, number 1 in the world 15 months ago. Last 5 rounds of major championships now. They combined 26 over par.
Yeah, bad scores, high scores, 26 over, 32 bogeys or worse. His +3 today was the best round he's had in his last 5 rounds in the majors. 2 guys, though, that we are excited about are Rory and Spieth. They're paired up together. Is that really the story of the first 2 days, watching and following these 2 guys?
It is for a lot of us golf fans. It is, number 1 and number 2 in the world, and with by the way, they got this third guy tagging along by the name of Zach Johnson, who just won the Open Championship at St. Andrews, and don't be surprised if Zach finished. People forget he finished 1 shot out of the playoffs here at Whistling Straits in the 2010 PGA Championship. So it wouldn't surprise me at all to see Zach kind of show him up here the next 2 days. But we were talking about it too. We were talking about it around the Golf Channel trailer actually yesterday, and David Duval, former number 1 ranked player in the world and an analyst for us now, said that when he was playing, you really didn't see this effort to put the star guys together like there is now on Thursday, Friday. Some of that's because of the pressures from television, I'll admit. Other reasons are because the fields are just that much deeper and it can be done. But he said, you didn't have to worry about it because I wasn't paired with Tiger or Phil on Thursday, Friday. But he thinks it's more of a hindrance to those guys, that you can really get caught up in playing against the other guy or playing against, the 2 other guys, rather than focusing on the task at hand on the golf course and the bigger picture of subject to a major championship. And 2 of the greatest players we've ever seen in the game, Jack Nicklaus and Earl Palmer, they had that problem when they played together back in their heyday. Most of the time they found themselves playing each other when all around them they weren't paying attention to the things they needed to actually win the championships.
Gil Capps, the managing editor at the Golf Channel, is live at the 97th PGA Championship. Live coverage right here on 97.3 at 4 o'clock. And I was asking beforehand what this would mean for Jordan Spieth if he gets this 3 out of 4. He could go into the Masters next year trying to win 4 out of 5 and back-to-back Masters. So it would be an unbelievable finish for him. But, what kind of story would it be if he gets this historic title for him today? Or this weekend, I guess I should say.
It would be up there, one of the, I don't know where you start ranking it, but we're talking top 5 greatest, golf seasons ever, and I think you're starting to talk, forget just golf. We're starting to pour into all sports kind of ranking as among the greatest years of any athlete in history. I mean, it's 3 majors have only been won in a year, professional majors 2 times in golf. Ben Hogan in 1953 and Tiger Woods in 2000. And then to add on that, Jordan Spieth, he just turned 22 a couple of weeks ago. So you add those 2 factors of matching and achievement that's only been done twice by 2 guys who are ranked as, 2 of the probably top 3 or 4 players ever. And then combine that with his age, it's truly remarkable. And then what that does too, Mike, for the sport of golf, and we've talked about that in people around here, around the inner circle of golf. Saying you need any superstar. You have somebody to replace Tiger Woods, and Jordan could. A lot of people think he's already almost at that doorstep. And boy, if he were to win this week, it would just punch through that ceiling, and it would just be an enormous story. And we wouldn't be able to wait till the Masters here in April, right?
The anticipation would be killing me, waiting to see him get back out there to make it 4 out of 5 and back-to-back. Dustin Johnson, 6 under right now, leads the way. And sorry, we got to cut short because we got coverage of the PGA coming up at the top of the hour, the 4 o'clock hour. But Gil Capps, the managing editor at Golf Channel, with a couple of quick tidbits and insight on the PGA Championship live today. Gil, enjoy the rest of the tournament.
Thanks, Mike. Will do.